but rather we say we're bringing about an amicable, resolution of conflict, such that it will be beneficial to the consumers and also be beneficial to the brand. I remember the word of Jeff Bezos. Bezos is the founder of Amazon. He said that the most important single thing, all right, for an organization is to focus obsessively, use the word obsessively, on the customer. We often say that customers is a king. They should sit at the top of the ladder. In our environment, customers are the ladder. A brand wakes up today, decide what product to produce. They wake up today, decide how much the consumer should pay. They wake up to decide everything for consumers. So consumers are just at the receiving end, and yet they are milking the consumers. There's no price regulation in this country, none. People just wake up and fix prices. Look at the power. Government wakes up, we change policy, we wake up and we get people to pay more. We think it's time for consumers to begin to speak out. In speaking out, in engaging, we can get the brand to begin to do what is right. And of course, I know that the consumers themselves need to be educated. So our role, our vision also is to ensure that we educate consumers, we bring awareness. A lot of Nigerian consumers don't even know about their rights. You buy a product from a supermarket. I've had this experience. You buy a product from a supermarket, all right? For whatever reason, you take that product back to your house, and maybe something went wrong somewhere. By the time you take that product back to the shop where you bought it from, and you say, Oga, this thing, you know what's going to tell you? Oga, na me make am. Let me make am now. That's why I buy am. Meaning that there's nothing I can do to the product. So you lose the product, then you lose your money, because the money is not refunded. The product you can't use. Only in Nigeria. Only in Nigeria. Let me give you another experience I had. In the course of this, because I went around, in doing this. I was in US, I was in UK, I was in South Africa, I was in Germany, just because of this, to just study the environment. I was in a friend's house in UK, in London, and then what happened? We were going to go out, and he was going to dress up. So he said, to me, I was seated in his sitting room. So he said, wait a minute, I picked up an iron, that's the pressing iron, 2 days ago or so from a store. Let me try this, let me just try and use that to iron my shirt and we can go out. So I was seated, the TV was on, I was watching. While I watched him, he brought out the pressing board, spread it out, brought the iron out in my presence, plugged in the iron, and then as soon as he switched on the power button, we just had a spark. Boom! The guy was raged. Then he goes, What just happened? So he said, no, these guys are in trouble, they're in soup. I was thinking, what are you going to do? I was trying to compare that experience to what would have happened in Nigeria. In my presence there, he opened the pack. There was a card inside it. Inside that card was a call, number to call. And he called the shop or wherever he got the thing from. I was hearing the conversation that was going on. And all he said to them on the phone was, look, by the time he even called, clearly because they already, through the call, they could trace where he was calling from and who was calling. He said, I picked up this number, I picked up this iron yesterday, and guess what? I just plugged it to power, and then this thing just, stopped, didn't work. At the other hand, I could hear the voice, we're so sorry. We're sorry about that. And they said, this is your address, yeah. don't worry, we'll get you a replacement. All right. So my friend handed the call and dropped the. So I said, so what's going to happen? He said, don't worry yourself now. Shebi, we're here. They will bring a replacement. I said, they will bring a replacement. He said, yes. I said, they won't even try to check whether it was your fault, because it could have been your fault. Maybe you didn't.
Good afternoon and welcome to the midday news on ConsumerHallaTV. I am Ire Ayomikuleke. We begin the midday news now. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's ongoing reforms in the transport and security sectors are beginning to yield tangible results, with farmers in previously volatile regions now returning to the farmlands. According to the Executive Director of Mobility Company Express Ride, Mr. Ismail Yusuf Atos, the statement marking Nigeria's 65 years of independence noted that deliberate government policies ranging from rail expansion and federal highway rehabilitation to enhance intelligence, coordination and support for security agencies are creating the conditions needed for economic activities to thrive again in rural communities. He explained that the improved transportation networks are already reducing travel times, connecting rural and urban areas, and also attracting new investment into logistics and passenger mobility services. The ripple effects, he noted, are being felt across multiple sectors from agriculture and trade to healthcare and education. He lauded initiatives in agriculture such as the National Agricultural Development Fund and fertilizer subsidy schemes, which he said complement the transport reforms by ensuring that farm produce can move efficiently from rural communities to urban market, thereby reducing post-harvest losses and stabilizing food prices. The Nigerian Bar Association has written the Inspector General of Police, IGP Kayode Egwetokun, asking him to immediately halt the nationwide enforcement of the tinted glass permit. The legal body in the letter which served the IGP yesterday drew his attention to the fact that issues surrounding the legality of the tinted glass policy are already pending before the Federal High Court in Abuja, only that the Nigeria Police as a law enforcement agency should know better not to be lawless. This came on a day that police officers who were on the street to enforce the orders of the Assistant Inspector General AIG 25 on tinted glass permit allegedly impounded a vehicle belonging to a judge of the National Industrial Court in Isin Delta State. Reacting to the development, the NBA, through the chairman of its Special Public Interest Litigation Committee, Mr. Koleedon, told newsmen that human rights committees of the 130 branches of the association have been activated to offer free legal services to motorists. Nigeria's daily oil, oil and gas production slumped during a brief nationwide strike after talks brokered by the government easing the immediate supply risk, although NNPC said activated business continuity plans and deployed non-union staff to sustain operations during the stoppage, but warned of significant revenue losses from missed liftings and gas sales. The Abuja-Kaduna train services has officially resumed its operations on Wednesday, the 4th of October 2025, following weeks of intensive inspections, safety checks, and staff training by the Nigerian Railway Corporation. The first train departed from Idu Station in Abuja, stopped at Kubwa to pick up passengers, and successfully arrived at Regasso Station in Kaduna. A return trip was also scheduled the same day, signaling the full restoration of passenger train operations on the corridor. Speaking with journalists after arrival at Regasa, Mr. Okwefa expressed satisfaction and gave glory to God for the cooperation recovery period. He stressed the central role of a modern railway system in fostering national unity and development, noting that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration has invested heavily in rail infrastructure across the country. The NRC board reiterated its commitment to transforming the corporation by prioritizing the completion of ongoing projects, optimizing existing national oil assets, rehabilitating old serviceable rolling stock, expanding services, improving customer experience, and modernizing operations along the AKTS corridor. And Safety Mr. Okwerifar reassured passengers and staff of the cooperation of its unwavering commitment to security and welfare. Mr. Okwerifar reaffirmed this determination to position the NRC as a world-class passenger-friendly service provider capable of driving the socio-economic growth through a modern, safe, and efficient rail transport system nationwide. Lagos State, the Lagos State government said traffic will be diverted for 2 days in parts of Victoria Island for the electric powerboat racing championship. The championship will be held on the island waterways of Victoria Island Lagoon from the 4th and 5th of October. The EI Series is the first international championship for electric powerboat to display clean technology and sustainability in water sport, and it is powered by raised beds, battery-driven hydro oil vessels that can reach speed of about 93 km/h while gliding above the water surface to cut down drag noise and carbon emissions. According to Mr. Oluwaseun CME, Commissioner for Transportation, he said there will be a total road closure at the First Lekki Junction in Zumbambadiwe during the event. Also, the coastal road will remain open to traffic during the 2-day restriction. He urged motorists to cooperate with officials of the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority. In Ekiti State now, we move away from Lagos State. It's focused on agriculture in Ekiti State. The founder of Afe Babalola University, Ado Ekiti, Afe Babalola, has said Nigeria can only be an independent country if the federal government reserves to strengthen the agricultural sector for sustainable development and prosperity. The legal luminary stated this in Ado Ekiti during the opening ceremony of the agricultural exhibition. Moreover, Mr. Afe Babalola noted the agricultural exhibitions themed where he said harnessing the power of cooperatives for sustainable agricultural development, and this represents a bold and visionary commitment to agricultural transformation, food security, and farmers' empowerment across the 16 local government areas in Ekiti. According to Mr. Babalola, the exhibition would also feature youth empowerment and cash awards for the top 5 farmers in all the 16 local government areas in Ekiti State, with a grand prize of about 2 million to the best farmer in the state. Away from Ekiti State now, the Nigerian Export-Import Bank has recorded an operating profit of 30.47 billion naira for the financial year ended 2023, more than double the 13.75 billion recorded in the previous year. A statement from the bank described the performance as a testament to its financial resilience and operational efficiency. Meanwhile, the managing director of Nexim, Mr. Ababilo, said the bank had stepped up its support for the non-oil export sector, with disbursement exceeding 495 billion naira. He noted that these interventions have created and sustained more than 36,000 direct and indirect jobs across different sectors of the economy. Mr. Ababilo said Nexim has continued to expand its role in stimulating non-oil exports, providing financing that not only boosts trade, but also supports value addition in agriculture, manufacturing, solid minerals, and services. Now, reflecting its improved financial condition, Nexim Bank was recently assigned the BBB plus rating by the leading credit rating agency, August & Co. Limited. The agency cited the bank's strong capacity to meet obligations and its solid position among development finance institutions in Nigeria. To end the news now, in other states, members of the Senior Staff Association of Nigeria Universities at the state-owned Adekunle Ajasi University Akungba Akoko have threatened to embark on an indefinite strike over alleged unpaid salaries, arrears, and other unmet demands. The association vowed to join their counterpart, the Academic Staff Union of Universities, which has already withdrawn services since August over similar grievances. Recall that ASU had earlier warned that a planned resumption of students and the forthcoming convocation ceremony could be disrupted if outstanding payment were not made. While speaking yesterday, chairman of the Joint Action Committee and the school committee, Lutayo Ogungbeni, accused Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa-led administration of reneging on promises made in June 2025 to settle arrears and increase subventions to tertiary institutions. According to him, the union members are owed more than 2 months' salaries, with the last payment received in July. Now, as it stands, the union may commence industrial action if all outstanding salaries are not paid. Thank you so much for joining us on ConsumerHallaTV News at 12, the Midday News. I am Ire Ayomikoleke. Thank you for watching.
Hey there, do you know in the world today, everyone is a consumer, and as consumers, we all have the right to be heard.
In Nigeria today, as a consumer, you have all right to product information.
Since the 5th independence anniversary in Nigeria, today marks a major milestone in the nation's history. October 1st, 1960, Nigeria gained her independence from the British colonial rule. As we embark on the journey of self-governance, growth, and development, Nigeria has faced challenges, embraced triumphs, and evolved as a nation. And today, being a significant day, we'll be asking you, Nigeria, how you fared so far in the independent nation. From the bustling streets of Lagos to the vibrant cities of Abuja, Port Harcourt to Kafansha, Kaduna State, we all have something to ask Nigeria over the world. Nigeria all have stories to tell, hopes to embrace, and dreams to chase. I am Elizabeth Abefe, and I'm live here in the city of Lagos, Nigeria, marking the nation's independence on ConsumerHallaTV. Today we'll be asking Nigerians what the dreams, hope, and love for the country is all about. Let's go find out what they have to say. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm fine. What is your name, sir?
I'm Alonga Jamil.
Okay, so what do you do, sir?
Fortunately, I work for government.
Oh, okay. Okay, now I would like to ask you a question. How do you feel about being Nigerian at this moment? How do you feel?
I feel great because unlike what we have been having before, you know, we now have a leader that has all it takes. It's not as if we didn't have leaders before, but this person has got what it takes to think out of the box, to take decisions that will put us on the right path for greatness. Nigeria is ready now to take the great future, to assume the great futures it deserves.
Okay, so how do you see Nigeria in the next few years? How do you see Nigeria as a country?
I see Nigeria that is fully, earning is livelihood. That is exporting crude, exporting produce oil and the other byproducts from what we have from crude, unlike what we used to do before, that we export crude and import refined products. I see Nigeria as a nation, great African giant that is used to be, that exports refined products. Nigeria that produces its foods and supply other Africans and other places food, because the decisions that have been made around food production, agriculture today, is second to none, is visionary, and it's going to take us there. Apart from that, I say Nigeria that will, harness all available resources within and export from within and assemble a lot of things, even automobiles, and mention them. In Nigeria that will be producing equipment, the military equipment, unlike what we used to do before. I say in Nigeria that is going to be matching it with others. Mention any country. No, it's going to be a bit difficult. Like Yoruba people will say, when you start planning, when you start saving for a project, you want to build a house, you want to buy a car, anything you want to do that involves you spending money, by the time you start saving for them, it takes strength, it takes energy, you to find some time. It is not easy to do, but by the time you save and you create the saving culture, you create a culture that produces, that is so creative and productive that you start earning from everywhere. So by the time you start enjoying it, it becomes a lot of things for you.
So if you are to be Mr. President, what are the 3 things you're going to do as a leader?
Yes, mind the youth. Mind the youth. Let's make use of their strength, energy, that energy productively. Engage them across the regions. Let's make sure that they are in the ICT world. Let's make sure they are in the agric world. Let's make sure they are everywhere in the business world. Let's get them. The Nigerian youth are brilliant chaps. They can do a lot of things. You understand? Let's make this use of. Let's engage youth. Key. Number 2, let's work well. Let's work more. Like let's continue the way we are doing around food production. Let's take care of agriculture to make sure we are there. We feed and feed others. Apart from that, let's make sure that a security system is second to none. Among these, we have the state security, state police, like the president has, intelligently approved. Let's work around it. Let's work around the security apparatus that takes care of all of us across the regions, and we are good to go.
Okay, so now what anniversary message do you have to Nigerians and Nigeria as a country?
Let's believe in Nigeria. Let's work with Tinubu. We are going to be there.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine, very well. So what is your name, sir?
Modestus is my name.
So what do you do, sir?
I'm a real estate consultant.
Okay, now I'll ask you this. Are you in Nigeria?
I'm a Nigerian, a proud Nigerian.
Okay, so how do you feel being in Nigeria?
Nigeria is the best nation on earth. I'm proud to be a Nigerian.
Okay, now how do you see this country evolving in the next few years?
Well, it's going to be a better Nigeria going forward, because we'll have the youths of this nation getting ready for a change, for a revolution, and I know it will happen. So that's how I see Nigeria in the nearest future.
So what advice do you have to give to Nigerians and also Nigeria as a country?
Okay, so I will just ask Nigerians to have faith in Nigeria, and then Nigeria as a country should also remain faithful, because that's the way to go. if you don't have faith in your nation, you won't be able to put in your very best to make it a better nation. That's my advice.
Okay, so if you were to be Mr. President, what 3 things are you going to do for the country?
Okay, the major 3 things is to focus on training leaders, because everything rises and falls on leadership. If you have leaders in a nation, good leaders, the nation will progress. That's number 1. Number 2, you must look out for the youths, because they are the future of the nation. If you give them your best in education, they will turn out well and then lead the nation forward. Number 3, the family units, because it takes the family unit to form Nigeria. So we should pay attention to families, because that's how we'll get a better nation.
Okay.
Yes.
So what message do you have for Nigeria as a country as we're celebrating the country?
The nation should think of the Nigerian dream. Nigerian dream. We should have a vision. That's the way, because the Bible says that without vision, people perish. So we should look forward to the vision for Nigeria and the Nigerian dream. That's my message.
Happy anniversary, sir.
Thank you so much.
Good morning, ma.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Happy Independence Day to you.
Thank you. I wish you the same.
Okay, so are you a Nigerian?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so how do you feel being a Nigerian?
I can say I'm proud of myself being in Nigeria because we have a good facilities in Nigeria.
So what advice do you have to give to Nigerians and Nigeria as a country?
Well, the advice I can give Nigeria presently is based on our government, that they should change the way they normally treat human being. Like they should change their behavior towards human being, care for people, like giving people what they want. Let me put it that way.
Okay, now if you were to be Mr. President, what 3 things are you going to do?
Firstly, corruption. Secondly, the major thing is corruption.
So do you still think our country is that corrupt?
Yes, so because some people still collect bribe. Some criminals, the police will arrest them and they will still release them without making any arrangement of dealing with them.
So how do you see Nigeria in the next year? In the next few years, how do you see Nigeria?
To be sincere, I'm seeing a great vision for Nigeria. Yes.
So what's that anniversary message to wish Nigeria?
Okay, happy independence to Nigeria. I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay, so what is your name?
My name is Treasure.
Okay, so what do you do?
I'm a web developer and I'm also into UI, UX and product management.
Girl, you're really exploring.
Yes.
Okay, so are you a Nigerian?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so how does it feel being a Nigerian?
Well, it's a lot considering the state of the country, but I noticed something that other countries don't have, like our culture, our ethnicity. Like a lot of people abroad, they come here just because they want to experience that kind of feel. Yeah.
And then how do you feel seeing other people wanting to experience that kind of life?
It's nice, yeah, but they get to live like the main Nigeria, right? It's a very it's lovely to see.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what advice do you have to give to Nigerians and Nigeria as a nation?
Most of the times we're always like blaming the government, but we tend to forget that the country, like each of us are the country. Like now on the roadside, if someone eats something and trashes it, my parents taught me not to do that. Like if you do that and my parents catches you or they hear about it, it's a serious case. In my bag now, if you open it, you see a lot of trash inside. So in our country, we all need to know that each of us are the country, not just the government. And we need to learn that to keep our how will I put it?
Country.
Yeah, we should keep our roles. We should do our roles as citizens of the country. Yeah.
So how do you see Nigeria in the next few years?
hopefully Nigeria will not be a developing country but a developed country.
I like the way you use
Hopefully.
it. Okay,
Hopefully.
Okay, now if you were to be Mr. President, what 3 things are you going to do?
Lights, water, and then making naira like a currency that is like a very good currency. Like now the naira rate to dollar rate is very very poor. Like if you want to say you're earning money, you have to be earning in dollars before you say you are earning money.
But now naira has value now because I think things are changing.
I don't think so. But like yeah, to work on that, and we're always is it exporting? Yeah, we're always exporting things and we're not putting much work into ourselves. So that's the problem.
So now, as today being October 1st, what anniversary message do you have for the country?
I don't know. I hope the country becomes better and people are not suffering as much as before again. Yeah. And the prices of things should reduce.
Okay, but then things are getting better. Foodstuff are reducing lately now.
Yeah, you can say so. So I'm a student going back to school and collecting my allowance, budgeting everything. It's a lot. So hopefully, as they are celebrating a new year, like we see better changes. The government does more for its citizens and like that.
Thank you very much, ma.
My name is Dodo.
Okay, so what do you do for a living, sir?
I'm a broadcaster.
Okay, so are you proud to be a Nigerian?
If you know the greatness of Nigeria, you would love to be a Nigerian.
So how does it feel being in Nigeria as you are? How does it feel?
Great, I'm happy. And that's why I don't like to travel. I like to remain in this country to salvage it together, to make it a more greater than it has ever been.
So what advice do you have for Nigerians and Nigeria leadership?
Okay, in the past we have the wrong leaders. Most of them are not qualified to be leaders. They just going there for being governor, not just being a leader. They don't have the quality. But now we have someone who know how to retrace our footsteps, and he's doing it. Surely we'll get back to the limelight.
Okay,
Inshallah.
So, amen. So what advice do you have for Nigerians?
My advice to Nigerians is to please be patient. This is going to be all right very soon. Very, very soon. Because it has been taking shape gradually. And economic stability is on course. Everything is intact now. So they should be patient. Most especially our youth. I'm begging them to be more patient than ever before. Because we are now going to reap the fruit of our labor through patience.
So how do you see Nigeria in the next few years?
Oh, anything from now, not next year. Okay. Because we are now the economy is stabilized now. So it is left for the presidency and the governor, most especially the governor, the senators, the honorables to give us the goods, because the goods have been given to them.
Okay.
So
if you are to be Mr. President, what 3 things are you going to do?
3 things I'm going to do. I showed you is doing all.
Okay.
I don't need to say it again. He's been doing it. He's been channeling the money through the governors and the senators and the honorables. He's been doing a lot of things, but these people don't even show any sign of anything given to them. That's the point. That's what I'm going to do. And he's doing it.
Okay, so as today being October 1st, what is the what anniversary message do you have to Nigeria?
My message to Nigerians is to stop being gullible. Number 1, stop being lazy. I know some of them are not lazy, some are. They are lazy. And another thing is that they should try to work harder. And don't expect anything from anybody. What they don't work for, yesterday night, they should not expect the money, the next morning. That's my message for them.
Okay, happy anniversary, sir.
I wish you the same.
Thank you. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing well. Are you?
Okay, happy anniversary.
Thank you. And same to you.
Okay. What is your name?
My name is John Jesse.
Okay, so what do you do?
Well, I'm a consultant.
Okay, how does it feel being a Nigerian?
I must tell you the truth. It's not easy to be a Nigerian.
It is what?
It's not easy.
Okay.
Because I've lived outside the country before.
Okay.
Comparing Nigeria to where I'm coming from. Man, you need to prepare to live here.
Okay, you need to prepare to live here.
I must tell you, yeah, that's just the truth. If you're not prepared to live in Nigeria, oh God.
Okay, so what advice do you have for Nigerians and also Nigeria leader?
Well, advice I will give them is that the leaders should rule well. They go to abroad. They go there. We all meet them there. They see how things work. Why can't they, replicate it here? That's where the problem is. That's the missing line. Replicate what you see in UK, in US, in Canada, somewhere else you go to go for your cooling. Replicate it here, make it work. Then Nigeria work.
Okay, so how do you see Nigeria in the next few years? How do you see Nigeria?
Well, I see Nigeria in a better platform. I know that yes, we need to be progressive. We need to think, be very positive. Nigeria will get well. We definitely will get it right.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get it right one day.
Okay, so if you were to be Mr. President, what 3 things are you going to do?
Well, the first I will do is electricity power.
Okay.
Yeah, once I get power right, every other thing will kill in. And that's the fact. The second thing is employment. Do all things necessary to reduce the level of unemployment now. And the third one is facilities. Maintain the structures that are not well. We need to maintain, balance the states. Let things, infrastructures work. That is where we are zero in that area. Nothing works. Look at our roads. Look at the infrastructures. They're not being maintained as went to. And that's why they keep on going bad and bad and bad. So if I'm going to be Mr. President tomorrow, I will look at power. Because once you get power right, everything will key in. Because they all key from power. Power is the source. More business will be created. Entrepreneurs they'll scale it over. Because of when there's power, everything will move on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is the anniversary message you have to give to Nigeria?
Nigerians are very resilient. Keep on striving. Keep on moving forward. Keep on being hopeful. And I'm sure things will work out well.
Thank you very much, sir, and happy Independence Day. Thank you, sir. Good morning, sir.
Hello, good morning.
How are you doing?
Very well.
Today being Nigeria Independence Day, how do you feel?
I feel excited because being in Nigeria is not easy.
Okay.
And today being 1st of October, when Nigeria got their independence, is one of the exciting things we have experienced. It's a good one.
Okay, so what is your name and what do you do for a living?
My name is Will Joseph and I'm a technical director.
Okay.
I work for a tech company in Ikeja here.
Okay, so how does it feel to be a Nigerian?
Oh, great. Yeah, being a Nigerian, a lot of people say it's not good, but then for me, it's a good thing.
Okay.
Yo.
So what advice do you have to give to Nigerians and Nigeria leader?
Okay, for a Nigerian leader, I would say they will need to do better and to move the country forward. A lot of things they need to put in place that we are not having it now, but we think and we believe that with the present administration, maybe some of the things we crave for will have it soon.
So what about Nigerians?
Nigerians, I would like to advise my fellow Nigerians to hold their leaders accountable and then also do their own part, because Nigeria cannot be governed by one person. Nigeria can be governed by us, the citizen.
So how do you see Nigeria in the next few years?
That it has been.
So if you were to be Mr. President, what 3 things are you going to do?
Revamp our public schools is the most important thing I would like to do, and then hospitals, and then ensure that our teachers are well being paid, and then make sure that one of the first things I would like to do is we have challenges of eye clinic in my hometown.
Where's your hometown at?
Benue State.
Okay, so what other things? What other? You just mentioned one.
Like the Yahoo guys, most especially, I will advise them to desist from such acts and be the good leader for their parents and their children.
So any word of hope for the country?
yes, I want one of us to just hope that
just because of this situation of this country, you will see the way rich men they are treating poor people badly. They don't have conscience at all.
Okay, so what advice? How do you see Nigeria in the next few years?
In the next few years, I believe we will have a good leader from another leader, maybe from the youth, not from these old people. They are not trying.
So if you were to be Mr. President, what 3 things are you going to do?
If I'm going to be Mr. President, number 1, I will work on youth. I will create more employment for them, because the way things are, you will see many graduates, young graduates now, they are looking for a job. They didn't see anything to do, and it's very annoying.
Okay. That's the second thing.
Things are still very costly.
But food stuff are already coming down.
They are not coming down. They are not.
Okay, what is the 3rd thing you are going to do?
The 3rd thing I will do is that I will make, if I'm going to be Mr. President, so the 3rd thing I will do is that I will, all those top people, I will remove them, all of them, because they are the one that is corrupting the new president, the Mr. President, new people. So that is what I'm doing.
So now, today being Nigeria independence, what message do you have for the country?
What
message do you have for the country?
The message I have for the country is that we should just, hopefully, we still have a good leader one day.
Okay.
And maybe from my own side.
Okay.
So that is it.
Happy Independence Day, ma. As we conclude our special anniversary of Consumer Voice on Voices of Nigeria, we are reminded of the diversity, resilience, hope that defines this great nation. So all Nigeria who celebrate the 65 years of this great country, we salute you. God bless Nigeria. I am Elizabeth Abefe. Remember to subscribe, follow, and share our video, repost on all our social media.